Hey guys, it's Nina. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to talk to you guys about ombre powder brows, which I got back in June. It's similar to microblading in that it is a tattoo. The main difference is that you're not getting the hair strokes. Instead of that, you're just getting soft shading. It's like little pixels. It's supposed to mimic the look of filled in brows and not hair strokes. So I just want to talk about my experience with that, tell you guys about the price, the pain, the healing, all of that. So if you're interested, keep watching. I always had like wide eyebrows, but never really dark and dense, never really like thick. So one day I came across ombre powder brows. Like I've seen microblading and I never really cared for it that much. My skin is really oily. It's really sensitive, number one. It's really oily, number two. So I just was not sure about having the hair strokes. So yeah, long story short, I decided to go with the ombre method because I really liked how it looked. And to me, it just looked more natural than the hair strokes. Let me just say, the girl that I went to, her name is Fantasy. I will leave the information below. Her work is beautiful. I love her shaping. Everything looks really natural. It looks really good. I paid about $500. So I want to say like $350, and this is all including tip and everything. I paid $350 the first appointment, and then for the touch-up, it was like $150. So it definitely is not cheap, and that's actually, $500 is actually a fairly good deal for it, because I've seen it like $900, which we definitely was not paying. The process of getting ombre brows done was not that painful. It's more like annoying more than anything as she passes like the tattoo gun or like the ombre gun over the skin. It was annoying once they started healing. They did get really itchy. You've probably heard about that with microblading. I was doing wet healing the first time I got it done. So I was using some ointment every day, like gently just cleansing them with just water. Main thing you want to keep in mind with healing is to stay out of the sun. I did buy a visor to protect my eyebrows from that. But the thing is, like, there's a lot of contradicting information about how to heal. Some people are proponents of wet healing. Some people prefer dry healing. There's just all these considerations. So I'm not gonna tell you how you should heal in this video, like which method you should use, because I just don't know. I don't know, okay? I tried both methods. As it heals, it is a lot darker than it will be at the end. So just be prepared for that. Don't be shocked. It'll just start looking a crazy hot mess. I ended up losing the tails of my brows first. So it just ended up looking like two big, thick lines drawn on with a Sharpie. And then for the second time, so the touch-up that I got, because normally you do get a touch-up to fill in any gaps after everything heals. After that, I decided to do dry healing to help retain some of the pigment. And I do feel like my pigment retention was good, but ultimately I do feel like it was traumatic to my skin because I lost a few eyebrows. Now you can like really see where I have some gaps in my brows, so I'm not really happy about that. She did want me to come back for a third appointment, and that's because this eyebrow, what direction? I'm so directionally challenged. This is the left eyebrow. This is nasty, but let it be a cautionary tale. So at the touch-up, my left eyebrow was like weeping, I guess. Like there was a lot of fluid coming out of it as she was trying to do the ombre. She was like, you know, have you taken anything? You know, have you been like using any like certain products like glycolic acid, anything like that? And I was like, no, I haven't. And then I realized that I have been taking fish oil. At that point, I had been taking it for probably a month, and I did not know that fish oil was a blood thinner. You should not be on blood thinners. That was why the eyebrow was just like rejecting all the fluid. She was saying it's like a sponge and it's already full, and so I can't put any more pigment in there. So I do think that affected my retention. I do have lupus, and I have never gotten a tattoo before at all. So this was new for me. It was something new for my body, but I wanted to try it honestly, and you know, you can judge me or not, but I just wanted to try it. I did do a test patch before I got my brows done, and absolutely nothing happened. It was totally uneventful. So I decided to go forward with it. So if you do have any conditions you're aware of, or you have really sensitive skin, in general, I do suggest getting a patch test first. The first time I got the brows done, I did feel really tired afterwards, and it's probably because my immune system was fighting this ink that had been deposited, and just this whole new experience that was happening on my face. So I definitely suggest doing your research, get a patch test, err on the conservative side. I didn't have a rash or anything. I didn't swell, and I was really surprised at that because I thought for sure that my eyes were gonna blow up, because that's just how my skin reacts to things usually. You guys probably know Alyssa Ashley on here. She got microblading done a few years ago and had a very bad allergic reaction, had to go to the hospital. So I was very fortunate that even with my sensitive skin, even with my condition, everything was fine. I don't really feel like it was worth it for me necessarily. I just didn't retain a lot of the pigment. I do recommend it if you have drier skin, and maybe if you don't have any conditions. If you do, just know what you're getting into. Know that it's natural to lose some pigment. It's part of the process, and that's why you go and get the touch-up. But just depending on how your skin is and how your system is, you can end up losing a lot of pigment. And ultimately, now I'm just at the point where I don't want to go back and get another touch-up right now, because I do just feel like it was traumatic for my skin. I'm gonna fill my brows in with this Urban Decay tattoo because it is really good. 90 hours, I wanna say it lasts. It's either like 60 or 90, which is kind of a big difference, but maybe it's 60. But it lasts a really long time. I feel like it gives me the look of ombre brows. If my brows retained the pigment the way they should have, then maybe this is what it would look like. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much all for this video. Take care of your health. Make sure you know about any conditions that you have that would affect bleeding and healing before you decide to do this, all right? Be very careful. I will leave the girl that I went to, I'll leave her information in the description box in case you're in the DC area and you wanna go to a really good artist, because she is very good. So again, this is not taking anything away from her. This was just my skin. So that's all for this video, guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.